Most people will never figure this out. They'll go through life thinking being smart means complex strategies, advanced techniques, or sophisticated systems. But deep down, you know something's off because you've seen people with elaborate methods still struggle. You've seen people with complicated systems make no real progress, and you've wondered, if their approach is so advanced, why aren't they getting smarter? Here's the truth. Being smart isn't about doing more complex things. It's about doing simple things differently. Using a method so basic, most people dismiss it completely. And today, you're going to learn how this one dumb approach doesn't just make you smarter, it makes you dangerously effective. The kind of person who achieves more with less effort while others burn out chasing complexity. No shortcuts, no hacks, just simple, quiet power. Let's begin. 1. Ask why. Like a 5-year-old. Most people stop questioning once they get a surface answer. They accept explanations, follow instructions, move on. Smart people using this dumb method, they don't stop there. They keep asking why. But why does that work? Why is that the rule? Why hasn't anyone questioned this? They stay curious. They stay annoying. And because they're not satisfied with shallow answers, they uncover deeper truths. That's the trick. You don't need complex analytical frameworks. You need the persistence of a child. That's how real understanding happens, and that's what this dumb method actually does. 2. Write everything down by hand. Most people think handwriting is outdated. They type everything, use apps, go digital. But smart people using this method, they grab a pen and paper. They write thoughts, questions, ideas by hand. They don't worry about organization or systems. Because when you write by hand, your brain processes information 50% slower than typing. It slows down. It connects. It remembers. Research from Princeton shows handwritten notes lead to better comprehension than typed ones. That calm clarity you see in deep thinkers, it comes from this simple practice. And that clarity comes from engaging your brain in the most basic way possible. 3. Explain it to someone who doesn't care. Most people practice explaining things to experts, peers, people who already get it. Smart people using this dumb approach, they find someone completely uninterested. A friend, a family member, even themselves in a mirror. They explain complex ideas in the simplest terms possible. Why? Because if you can't make it simple, you don't really understand it. Einstein once said, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. The person who can break down quantum physics for a kindergartner often knows it better than the PhD who speaks in jargon. Simplicity reveals mastery, and mastery comes from this ridiculously basic test. 4. Embrace being wrong. Publicly. Most people hide their mistakes, avoid looking foolish, protect their reputation. Smart people using this method? They ask dumb questions in smart rooms. They admit confusion openly. They say, I don't understand without shame. And that willingness to look stupid momentarily, it gives them access to knowledge others never get. Because when you're not pretending to know everything, people actually teach you things. Studies show that admitting ignorance actually increases others' perception of your competence. Vulnerability is intelligence, and intelligence comes from dropping the act completely. 5. Do one thing at a time. Most people multitask, juggle projects, pride themselves on complexity. Smart people using this dumb method, they do one thing, fully, completely, obsessively. They don't move on until they truly get it. They don't scatter their attention across 10 interests. Because research from Stanford proves multitasking reduces productivity by up to 40%. Depth beats breadth every single time. That focus you see in breakthrough thinkers, it comes from this embarrassingly simple approach. And that approach comes from resisting the urge to do everything at once. You don't need advanced degrees. You don't need the latest productivity system. You don't even need to be the most naturally gifted person in the room. You just need to embrace looking dumb. Ask childlike questions. Write things by hand. Explain to people who don't care. Admit when you're wrong. Focus on one thing deeply. That's the real power move. Most people won't do this. They'll keep chasing complex methods, advanced techniques, and sophisticated systems. But you? If you start using this dumb method now, you won't just feel smarter. You'll be smarter, clearer, deeper, unshakable. If this hit home, don't just scroll away. Like this video if it made you rethink everything. Comment below "Simple Genius" so I know you're in the 10%. And subscribe because this is just the beginning of unlocking the power of simplicity. Let the world chase complexity. You're here to build simple strength.